guy. And the woman says, "You're from South America." He's not. This guy is originally born in some country in South America. What country is he from? I forgot. You remember? Bolivia or someplace like that? Somewhere in Colombia, I think. Is there any mezcal there? I said, I'd never heard of it. These people were interested in South America. And so then they said, they gave him this stuff and told him to chew it. So I took one, put it in his mouth, and had a stale taste. I bit it in two, started to chew, saw a strong pungent bitterness. My whole mouth was numb, increased. I kept on chewing, an incredible flow of saliva came. My gums felt as if I'd eaten salty, dry meat or fish. After a while, I chewed the other piece, and I was totally numb. It was like you went to the dentist and got a shot of Novocaine or something, I guess. I couldn't feel the bitterness anymore, and it was a bunch of shreds, the fibrous part of an orange or sugar cane. I spat out all that. Then they brought me a bottle of tequila, and this is like, party time with a vengeance, if you like. They use this to wash it down, apparently. And so he spat out the shreds of the first button, and he gave me a piece of dried apricot, and the bottle went around again. This pattern was repeated 6 times. And then I couldn't speak. I realized I tried to speak and I couldn't speak, he said. So he claims he's remembering all this. He's not writing this at the time, right? So he claims that he can remember all this. I sat my back against the wall. I thought they were talking in Italian. I thought it was a coherent topic. They seem to be talking about something. And he talks about wanting to throw up. And he brings him a little cup, drinking. The water looks strange, shiny, glossy, like a thick varnish, page 13. And he's totally confused, couldn't speak. Ever been in that situation where in a dream you're trying to speak but you can't? Or something horrible's happening to you, you're so frightened that you want to cry out? That's the state he says he is in. And then he sees, after he drinks again, in his field of vision, a circular area in front of my eyes, bottom of 13. And I turned my head slowly to the right, and following the wall, I saw Don Juan. And I raised my head slightly, I saw a medium-sized black dog. Here are these dog visions, what were they called originally, these visions of these creatures? The beginning, were they brujos, or were they what was the bad spirit thing? Brujos, were they?
Diableros.
Oh, Diableros, yeah, okay, thank you. This is like a Diablero vision now. This is where they obviously, so I think this is true. I think this is where they get this spirit. In these trances or hallucinatory things that they go into, these kind of creatures do seem to appear to them. Just like a bad dream, perhaps. And I saw him coming to the water, because this turns out to be a real dog in the end, according to what Don Juan tells me. This is the little dog, but it's become a monster in his view. And he couldn't push him away, and I focused on the dog, and the water was now, all this liquidy stuff was a shine. See, I think this whole thing about, as I told you, Cocopelli and so on, this is, I think, where this Cocopelli stuff comes from, these kind of hallucinatory experiences stored up over generations and then turned into a story about a nature spirit of some kind. Because you see, he's feeling all this weird, liquidy, visionary stuff. So this liquid, again, I missed a shiny, viscous liquid. I saw it going down the dog's throat, flowing evenly through his entire length, shooting out each of his hairs. So the dog is shooting out this shining, liquidy stuff. He describes it well, iridescent fluid, traveling along the length of each individual hair. And I had the sense of intense convulsions. And I was in a tunnel. And I had forgotten all about the dog. My clothes were soaked in sticky liquid. and rolled around, and then I saw the dog again, and he was iridescent. Finally, I got to the water, sank my face in the pan, drank with him. And until I was all afire, all aglow. Well, this is his first vision, isn't it? What do you think? It's pretty good, description of it. I mean, okay, say, hey, I want to do that. So people say, hey, look, Eisenman, you're propagating it. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's something that I immediately jump and say, oh, I want to do that. I mean, I don't really feel like having the dog pee all over me and stuff like that. Honestly, you know, I don't want to get into the dog's bowl with him and start licking up his liquid. He'll urinate on me and I urinate on him. So I don't think that this is something that is being promoted as something that's going to, you know, hook you or attract you to the point that you're dying to get involved. I think it's enough to read about his experience. I don't think we're in bad situation vis-a-vis criticism of reading this kind of stuff about them. We're not. I don't think we're making it such that people couldn't possibly not want to do this. I think in many ways you say, well,